Hi, my name is Marcelo and you're watching rptv. On November 27th, the Regent Park Social Development Plan held a stakeholder table meeting at the UN Urban Pavilion in Regent Park. The meeting was an important opportunity to update the community on the progress of the SDP and discuss the future direction of the plan. After the main meeting, the SDP Planning Committee convened to review the community's feedback using the roses, thorns, and buds method. This reflective exercise was crucial in identifying the strengths, roses, challenges, thorns, and potential opportunities, buds, of the event. By carefully incorporating this feedback, the committee aims to enhance future stakeholder table meetings and similar community events, ensuring that they remain responsive to community needs and perspectives. Now, let's watch the video to hear directly from attendees about their thoughts and experiences.
So we are going to discuss about the roles, turns, and buds of a stakeholder tables meetings that it has been held on 27th of November. So when I'm starting, so I would like to go very yes. The valid has the hands up.
Yeah, Ali is new to the meeting. Ali is new to the meeting. I was just wondering if Elena, you could just quickly explain to everyone what does a rose mean?
Yes.
What does a thorn mean? What does a bud mean? So that Ali can participate. I know he has some thoughts to share about the stakeholders meeting because he was there in attendance.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you very much, Ali, for participations and joining us. The rose is the whatever it was really good and it caught your attention and it has brought the much more of the effectiveness to the stakeholder. The thorns are the difficulties or the challenges that you have faced during these meetings or the problems that you feel it needed to be changed in future, and the buds are the complete solution that if we make it during this after a stakeholder table meeting, what type of a solution we can bring, how we can improve these problems, challenges, or maybe the differentiate of the ideas that people they had during the meeting. This is about the roles, turns, and the buds of the stakeholder meetings. As you were present in the meeting, thank you very much that you were participated in the stakeholder table meetings. So
you're welcome.
Because we have started with the Ali. So Ali, would you like to go and talk about this? What was the rose? What was the goodness of this meeting? What was the thorns? What was the difficulties, the challenges, and of course how we can improve it as a buds? Please go ahead, Ali. Thank you.
Yeah, just I talked about you see when Anas and the other woman they said that they don't feel safe to come to the plan to the SDP meeting or to the plan meeting. I just wonder nobody asked what are the problems or the risks they face it not to come to the meeting. And this is something which is I think safety is very important, and it's a priority. Safety is a priority, and yesterday there was a meeting about safety, and they were talking about problems about the kids, boys who have guns, and you see, and this is something which I think you see we should, as a committee, as a plan committee or a safety committee, we should understand the root cause of these problems and try to solve it, and what makes you see these problems, and to share ideas and to work together. So how to solve these problems, because when for example Ines and the other woman, when they say that they don't feel safe to come to the meeting, then and nobody asks why and who are making or threatening them or make them not safe. So I think this is a priority to talk about this issue, and from this, then we can develop and go to other steps. But as well as the safety is threatened, then I don't think that people will participate in meetings like that, because they feel that there, as well as there is no safety, then nobody will care about coming to these meetings. And also, one more thing, you see, we should develop our soft skills. Everyone, not just even me, so that to be open to each other and share ideas and feel like one family, to be close to each other. And and then discuss and share ideas about social problems, safety problems. You see, I think this is what I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ali. Yes, of course, you spoke, about the thorn and the bud, but I would like, to ask you personally, what did you like about the stakeholder table meeting, which is called the rose? Means what it was good and what it, caught your attention personally. Could you please explain to us?
I know I'm not full acknowledge about because I'm not an old member. I used to be many years in the safety meet and the committee was there, but sometimes I really tell you the truth. Sometimes I don't understand what subject they are talking about, because suddenly they get into the subject and without background, without some explaining of the issue. And sometimes I don't understand, for example, about the money which they receive it from the city, and how who take this money, and how this money is, where does it spend, and what, how this money was used in the Regent Park community.
Thank you very much, Ali. Yes, I appreciate that Ali has mentioned many points, which most important, it was the safety that they said, people, they have to feel safe. Then they will participate in the stakeholder programs, not only this one, in any program, the safety is matter. The other one, it was developing the soft skill that he asked, for the better socializations and open to everyone, and everyone they can, collaborate. And of course, he mentioned that he did not understand, some of the subjects because there was no previous explanation or a background actually that make them clear that what they are speaking. The other issue that the Ali has about the funding, that how this funding will be provided to the SDP and how the funding will be spent and who is spending and the fund, and actually, these fundings are with whom. Thank you very much. Anyone in a team member would like, to speak out about these problems that the Ali has just, brought up? Please, raise your hand and speak out about these problems that the Ali has brought up. Thank you. I don't see any hands. Yes, Vali.
Yeah, I just want to acknowledge Ali's comments. Thank you for reminding all of us that safety is critically important at any meeting. And I think those questions were raised at the strategic planning meeting. I do recall Adonis responding to some of those queries related to safety directly, speaking about people might have differences of opinion, and and that might be a reason why they feel unsafe. But there are other factors I think that we've tried to address through the SDP shaping culture document. We've made the language stronger with the SDP coordinator being a resource. So I think we can move forward with looking at, by evaluating the changes and whether it's been effective or not. So I just want to just reemphasize that, Ali, your comments are very important. And we don't take it lightly. We strive to make sure every meeting is safe for everyone, so that people can continue not just to be involved, but meaningfully participate. But if you want, Elena can quickly go through the rose, thorns, and buds. Roses, I'll just quickly say that I found the venue amazing. I thought everyone set up. People were there. The food was phenomenal. I really wanted Brandy to hear this. She did a phenomenal job with the caterer. I didn't eat any of it, but I heard good stuff. I think I had one dessert at the end of it because of how busy things were in the beginning. The welcoming remarks from our host at the World Urban Pavilion were very wonderful, focused on the SDP and the importance of social development plans. Um, we had some new faces to the meeting that I haven't seen before. That was a rose. I just think it was on the third floor and the building was closed early. So some people were trying to come into the meeting, which was challenging. The other thorn was the shooting that happened across the street. It distracted a lot of the participants. I got a lot of phone calls. I got a call actually related specifically about that shooting from one of the emergency personnel, just checking in if we're safe. So, there was a lot of things that distracted us at the end of the night. I think that's why it ended later than expected. But that was a blessing because I wonder if we ended on time, will some of the residents or our neighbors have been impacted by the incident, because we were supposed to be done around 7 and the incident happened around 7. So I think there's a blessing in disguise with us being a bit later than we hoped. How we can improve? I think the pre-registration helped. We had about 30 residents pre-register, and I actually saw a lot of them in the room, which was helpful. Childcare, I think it was utilized in one of the rooms, so that was helpful. I think just doing the promotions earlier is something that we could improve on. I think the poster just came out a bit later than I planned and I hoped for. The distribution in the community wasn't as much. We need to, I think, be more intentional with recruiting market residents specifically. I did connect with some of my neighbors in the market buildings and they're like, Waleed, we never even heard of it. So I think that's something that needs to change. We need to engage more market residents in the SDP. I'm very of that opinion now. Like I've been convinced over and over again, just when I see the participation. And I just want to give a shout out to everyone that helped out, everyone who participated in the process to build consensus. Not everyone got what they wanted, but it's something that we could all live with. And that's what I love about the SDP. It's a very, very special way of building consensus and getting everyone's opinion as part of the overall decisions that we make. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much, Elena, and pass it on to.
Thank you, Waleed. Appreciate. Yes, Marlene, you have the hands up, and then myself, I'll go. Go ahead, Marlene, please.
Thank you. Yeah, I thought it was a really good meeting. First of all, there was a lot of people there. And everyone was really engaged. And yes, the food was spectacular. I think it was some of the best food we've ever seen. That caterer was amazing, and it was very well managed. That was the fact that it went very well. Was the rose. I think the thorn for me, as I have mentioned.
Gail, could you please mute yourself? Sorry, Gail. Yeah, sorry, Marlene. Thank you. Thank you, Gail. Yes, Marlene, go ahead.
I think the thorn for me, as it was for other people, is this business about being unsafe. And I have a lot of problems with this. If there is trauma involved and people are truly being bullied, then that is real. Okay, that's real. But I think we're also a pretty thin-skinned neighborhood, and people allow themselves to be easily offended at every wrong look. We're offended. somebody holds a gun to my head, I'm fearful. I am fearful. Nobody's holding a gun to my head. I don't need to be afraid. Words don't make me afraid. And differences of opinion don't make me afraid. And I think a lot of people are afraid of a difference of opinion. And that's what a lot of this is. Someone has a different opinion than mine, and suddenly I'm under attack. It's tiresome. And it's really tiresome. And that's some of what was on display at that meeting. I'm under attack. I'm under attack. What rubbish. For some of those people, they were not under attack and never have been under attack. People simply don't agree with them, and they see themselves as under attack. We have to stop that in this community. We have to be able to have normal discourse and disagree with each other without feeling as though you're being attacked. And we have great difficulty here, having real conversation and disagreeing with each other. And we've got to work at it without stomping out and this hit and run nonsense where you say terrible things to each other and then run out the door really must stop. We need to be able to talk about things and disagree with each other without hating each other. We've got to work at this, and we've got to learn to deal with each other without being on absolutely opposite camps. Anyway, they were the things that I took away from this. In general, I think this is a successful meeting.
Thank you very much, Marlene. I appreciate your words. Now, about myself, of course, it was very well organized. It was a teamwork. Everybody has done, part of that, and it comes together very well. I enjoyed it a lot. And then, of course, the food also, it was, because myself also, I was, since morning with the brandy and just, go here and there. But of course, we are doing to bring the things, for a community in a better way. And I'm happy that it turns out very well. The arrangement, it was very good. I'm happy about the child minding, that it was fantastic. Even the big seats that the Dini has requested, I was just contacting the pavilion that for that big seats, you cannot imagine. And they said, oh my God, what you're doing. I said, okay, we need to have the big seats, but one of the residents, and I'm very happy that I got it for her. And then of course the Thorns. Always, in a community, we are not expecting everyone has the same view, have the same, opinion. The opinions are different, the views are different, the challenges are different, the people are different, sensitivity of the people are different, really, definitely. Some, they feel much more than the others, or some maybe they don't feel, or just, they forget it and ignore it. But the things that I would like, to make a suggestion, even through the turn, that is talking to the community closer, understand them better, even those that they talk that we were under attack, we are bullied, or so and so. Even those people that they are not participating since last 1 year, and I'm not sure what type of problem before that year they had. So they cannot put it that, okay, because I bullied or I had a problem or I faced a problem 3 years ago, they take that grudge and then, go ahead for the next 10 years and just put it on the SDP groups. And that's not the, good way. That's the things that the community should understand. If you have the problem years ago, you have to just sit and solve it. And if they are not showing up in the meeting, if they do not have the courage to sit and defend themselves, so I don't see any reality in their objections, reality in their really the way that they are speaking. So up to me, it is not really valid. the things it would be valid when we can understand, when we can sit, when we can argue, we can discuss and bring up with the solution. If you are not sitting and talking in person, if you are invited, so there will not be ever, solution. That's the things that I want, the SDP put them, maybe more of the engagement with the community and the small meeting, especially with those that they have such a feeling they hurt in the years ago, and they bring those hurts, still, to this year, or maybe they want to take it to the next year and put it over all the SDP groups to solve the problem. The bots that we can improve, of course, the participation, it was really good, and I was not really expecting, but we had a big group of the participants, and that was perfect. I feel one of the reasons that even we did not have more participants, maybe it's the weather, it's because the darkness, it's getting dark, the children are coming, people are working, whole day, and they want to go home, they want to take a rest. So if we can put on a days a little bit earlier, or the timing that if it's fall, during the fall or winter, that we can bring up the timing a little bit ahead rather than the late evening. For example, Saturday night or Friday night, like 4 to 6 o'clock, it would be much better if people they can participate. That's another improvement that we can put on. Maybe the Sunday afternoon, maybe early around afternoon timing 1 to 3 or 2 to 4, that even it is not dark enough. But of course, we were lucky, as they said, because of the shooting, we're supposed to finish by 7, but okay, that was a good one. And the other things that we have to keep in our mind, if the next time we are putting in a pavilion, definitely we have to make sure that they are unlocked all the door from downstairs. Or maybe we have to have the 1 or 2 participants as a volunteers to keep the door open, that no need anyone just, go down, or someone, call them, okay, I am behind the door, I am trapped, and just open the door. These are the, improvement that we can make it. Thank you very much. Okay, I think, I'm giving the floor to anyone else that would like, to talk about the rose turn and the buds of the stakeholder meetings. The floor is open. Anyone would like, to go ahead, please go ahead. Morshida, you had a hands up. Would you like, to go ahead? Still you are with us? Yes.
Give me 1 minute, please. Someone can go. I'll go after.
For sure, Morshida. Anyone else that would like to go? Michael, Gail, Miguel, Jewel, Ferdosa, thank you very much for coming over here and join us. Would you like to talk about the stakeholder meetings, rose, turns, and the buds? Ferdosa?
I just want to hear everyone. I just came in late.
All right, we are, talking just about the rose, turns, and the buds of the stakeholder meetings. And just I'm giving a brief explanation. The rose means whatever, you like about the stakeholders, whatever, you enjoy over there. And then the turns, it was the challenges, difficulties, or maybe the problems that you face during a meeting. And then the buds is how we can improve it. Any solution that you have, any suggestion that you have?
I don't have any. Well, at this moment, I don't have any complaint, but I only have. I just want to echo what you said about engagement, and I like what you said. Just I hope that can be an input that in future we can engage with the community more about the stakeholder. I always bring this up. Like I personally think we need more information sharing when it comes to SDP table. What it's about.
I appreciate Ferdosa. Yes, thank you very much. Definitely, it will be written and it will take, under the considerations for the stakeholder tables. All right, Morshida, are you ready? Anyone else would like to go? Yes, please go ahead, Morshida.
Well, the rose, I always enjoy see the peoples. It's a good opportunity for me to see the entire community. That's I always love about it. The fact I really like the presentation, the way explained little by little. it was more understanding to the community. The improvement, I know we do face a lot of different residents in the community. They all have a different personality, and then we need to understand. Sometimes we need to. Some people feel like they don't get the same respect as the other people, so we just need to be mindful about that. That when we, when we organizing that, just to give the same level of respect to everybody, no matter what. Sometimes that's kind of, I don't know, whatever the thing's happening, they feel it, they should be getting it, then let's just do it in that. Well, that's how I would do it anyway. And then the improvement, if the printout is only given to certain people, I wish it has been done properly. I don't know how that happened. I wish it was given to everybody equally, or someone just took that responsibility to do it. That should have improved. Also, I think not to leave the meeting until 8 o'clock. That was too long for some people, especially when you have the kids. To talk about the UN Pavilion, I felt it was really uncomfortable when there was a child minding was happening. Every time there's one other person just keep on giving an eye, and it just like, I don't know. I didn't feel like a bit comfortable, and I was a little bit uncomfortable in there, especially with the child minding piece. But maybe we should have maybe better communicate with them. That's the only thing I would say to improve.
Thank you very much, Morshida. I appreciate. Just can I request you to a little bit elaborate about this child minding, because we had it, very close, to the meeting. It was disturbing. Do you mean
Yes.
that? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Fine.
it's just like, over down a spectrum, we have the child minding upstairs, and then we have the meeting there. So
Yes.
even though there's a flow of the people going through, but I find it because the kids were like running around, and then it was just, it's too close to each other. That's what I meant. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Thank you very much. Maybe, next time we can, find another rooms. I'm not sure about the rooming, over there, but definitely we can discuss this, with the pavilion also, that if they have a little bit, different level, or maybe at downstairs or somewhere that they have a separate room, that would be much better for the next time. Yeah, for sure. Thank you very much, Morshida. Anyone else would like, to go about this matter? I don't see any hands. Any suggestion, anything? Okay. So I think, that would be good that we move out, from this.
Can I share?
Yes, please, Gail, please go ahead. Sorry, I did not see, your hands. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so I saw, I was online, and for me that was so the rows therefore would be that great food, great selection of choices of food, great organization there. Apparently the meat was falling off the bones. That was the consensus. And then so I think the challenge was we were online, and so we couldn't hear, and it was just difficult and messy. So we weren't part of, and that continues to be the case if you're online. And then, yeah, so, my comments there in regards to, and maybe if there's anything we can do is, again, try to get information out sooner rather than later, and try to recap it sooner rather than later so that it's top of mind for people. I know there were comments about people feeling unsafe, and I don't agree that, that's their issue and they're wrong in all this, because you haven't spoken to them. So what are you saying they're wrong about? If somebody feels unsafe, they feel unsafe. There are many times I come to meetings and I feel extremely unsafe and uncomfortable. Because I can handle it doesn't mean others can handle it. And that is a challenge for me. And another challenge was when we were planning this, and Brandy made a comment about the fish she couldn't find fish that was halal, and folks were laughing at that. And again, I think that's unfair to her because we don't know every single religion. She's not Muslim, so she doesn't know. And I think that was a good opportunity to educate and embrace rather than to say, oh, you should know this, right? Like there's Jehovah's Witness, there's Seventh-day Adventists, like they all eat differently. Even cultures eat differently, right? So I think we just need to be mindful. We can't make those kind of assumptions because it makes people feel bad. And that's how she felt. She felt bad. So That's why I say you don't know what a person is feeling, and you can't make the decision, oh, they're not feeling beat, bullied. They may not even understand it, but you can't, you can't make that decision. People say they're unsafe, they're unsafe. So we can find ways to understand that with them. They said they are, they are. That was the person who was organizing the food, right? So she felt bad that she was laughed at because she didn't know that fish was halal. I don't know if I knew that either, but I didn't think we could laugh. We could just educate her, and now she knows.
Thank you very much, Gail. I make you sure because I was with the Brandy, and Brandy has a very, very open heart, open mind, very understandable person, and she did not get it into herself because almost, we were, together, just make everything, for the arrangement. And she didn't mind, I don't know, maybe you felt it, but I make sure everyone that Brandy is a bit different, and she did not, hurt, and she did not.
All I'm saying, I made the comment, doesn't make it right. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
If I wouldn't want anyone to do it to me. Okay,
Yeah,
and I know
sure.
she didn't, because her and I spoke about it. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you very much, Gail. Murshida has hands out, Ali, and then Jule. Murshida,
Okay,
Ali, and Jule. Yes, please, Murshida, and then Michael. Michael, you would like to go? Yes, Michael, sorry. Go ahead, Michael, and then Murshida. Michael, go ahead.
So I just wanted the meeting to get through with like people more or less okay with it, and not be a big, huge argument, right? I just hope that we succeeded in that. I'll find out from some of the people next week that I'll see some of the people and find out, if it was actually successful or not. I mean, I think they have legitimate concerns. Like it's more than just disagreements. Some of the ways things sometimes turn into arguments. But I also think, on the other hand, that the idea of safety is like overused, and sometimes it's not as as bad as it's made out to be. So I feel like the best solution is just to sort of demonstrate to people that we can hold meetings that work. I don't think we can argue with them and say, but this was safe, or it wasn't, or you shouldn't have felt that way. That the better approach is just to actually try to make them feel better. And I think that like they'll probably have to see that for about a year before they believe it. But hopefully, and I'll find out, I'll get some report backs next week. Hopefully we did a little bit better than we did in the past anyways.
Thank you very much, Michael. I appreciate it. Was a great words that you have used. Murshida, please go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say it. I'm more than happy to sit and chat with Brandy. I don't know if she was here. And just to give a little bit of feedback about like the halal stuff. And I know that I think something happened. I couldn't talk to her on that day because it was really late and I had to leave. I thought just coming here and saying something to her. It was honestly, everybody gave amazing feedback about it. I couldn't eat it because I wasn't sure it was halal or not, because after that comment was made. So when a person says something like that, then I'm not complaining. It's just like, I had to keep my belief. This is what I do. So I want to do this. But I'm more than happy to sit and talk to her and know what is halal and what's the reason we need to, I don't know, just to have equal opportunity for everybody.
Thank you very much, Murshida. Yes, Ali, go ahead.
Maybe I did not understand the whole talk about fish. You see, it's halal. And it's not like the cow or the sheep or the chicken. You get the slaughter, right? But the...
Yes. Ali, I think you cut off. We are not able to hear you. If you finish it off, it's fine. But if you are speaking, we are not able to hear you. Yes, we hear you that the fish is not like, other animals, that they have to, slot them, in a proper way. We understand that. That's it?
Yeah. No, just, what does it need to be slaughtered? This is, so it's halal, as well as it's not bad. And one more thing, if about the food, if you make more vegetarian, to make vegetarian also, to increase vegetarian. And you see, we should, no matter how different ideas we have, you see, we should this talk in a civilized manner with soft skills, you see, and not to reach to a point where we cause unsafety to other, to in the discussion or in the meeting, or to say bad words. There should be always respect, politeness, dignity, these things. Should
Thank
be
you very much.
civilized in our talk. Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah, thank you. Yes, Jules, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I love that your ideas there, Ali. I think I think I would agree that the rose is basically that the meeting happened at it seemed to get done what it wanted to get done in a relatively civil way. Maybe not completely, but at least largely. To me also it was a late start, and because of the late start also a late ending, and I think probably the organizing the whole sort of food part of it, I think made it take a lot longer, and then people lining up to get food. We just weren't able to start on time. I think that was a significant factor in us ending late. So I think if we do want to do a serving of food again, we seems to work maybe better at Daniel's. I'm not sure if it was the place, but we should definitely think through the process for serving if we do this kind of a meal again. So there is it seems to me there's a mixing of two goals here that we should at least recognize. One is the celebration and the other is having a meeting. And I think I don't think they work very well together if we're trying to do a 2-hour window. I don't even know if that's possible. A bud was like maybe because of this work that we've done, maybe there are some possibilities to like I think one of the things that people all agree on is that we want this work to reach to more people, and hopefully we can have a little bit of a step towards meeting for more people. And I just wanted to comment on the piece about laughing at Brandy. I think that did happen for sure in a plan. It did not happen at the stakeholders table. So this is not a thing about the stakeholders table. We're sort of expanding the scope of this little evaluation, but I think it's important. That was at a planning committee meeting. And she did sort of say she just evidently didn't feel good about not understanding. And so I think it is important not to laugh at people who don't understand. So I would think that we should really keep that in mind. And I don't think we need to talk about who did it, but let's just try to remember that it's when there's somebody that doesn't understand something, laughing I don't think is a good way to respond. And just a piece on feeling bullied and so on. I mean, we all know these stories, that those of us who have been more involved in this, but not everybody's been involved. And I think it's quite instructive that Ali is saying it's a real concern. And I think that anytime people hear that, they'll say it's a real concern. So I think we should take it as a real concern and continue to try to work at it, and not discredit people who, even if we don't agree, but not to discredit.
Thank you very much, Jewel. I appreciate. And one more thing, as you mentioned, for the food timing, of course, it takes, because it was at the starting. Even few of the participants, they said, "Oh, it is too early, to eat." Maybe we can, start the meeting always early, and then, especially during winter time or the autumn time, when we bring out the timing a little bit ahead, we can start with the meeting and then we can, serve the food. This is just a, suggestion based on, how we can arrange that even the, eating part is not interrupted, even is not delayed the meeting. This is one of the options that we can put, in future. All right, I think almost everyone has talked about the rows, turns, and buds. Anyone else would like, to say something about this?
I have a hand up as well.
Oh, yes, please go ahead.
I think your suggestion of eating afterwards is a good one. I think that it would also keep people there because people sort of come in, they eat, and they leave. And people would stay for the meeting if we ate at the end.
Thank you very much, Marlene. Yes, it can be, one of the suggestions for the next time. Definitely, we will discuss and argue about it. Thanks a lot. Anyone else would like, to go and say something? If no one has anything to, okay, that's just Marlene. Again, you have a hands up, or right now your hands comes up. I think, there is an internet problem. That's why sometimes I don't see the hands, and later on it's just pop up and show up. Yeah. Okay. So if you have any objections, we just, close this rows, turns, and buds about the stakeholder tables. And thank you very much, everyone, for the suggestion and the betterment of this stakeholder for the next time.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And please follow us on our social media platform. For more information, you can check out our website.